like I say, I don't know who else was going to lead you. Who else was going to command you? I mean, well, I was, like I said, there were another thing too is that there are human commanders. There are people who command humanity and people who play a part in humanity, and then there is, like even when I'd come back to Earth, I'd be like, well, and I was very open and honest with them about it. I was like, well, I'm actually the great, 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 great old one. I'm not even really actually the human commander. Like I said, I am the great, 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 greatest old one that you could ever have around, the great old one. Like, I mean, I was very open and honest. I was like, well, I'm this. This is who I am or what I was. I mean, I'm the oldest life form you could ever have or know. Basically, I'm the epic creator of stars and galaxies and places and basically life, existence, everything. Like, I'm the greatest old one that you could ever meet. That's who I am. That's what I am. You know, as best as I know. Like, I mean, I met the astronauts. I met all kinds of people and all kinds of life forms all throughout the universe at some point. So anyway, it's like, well, anyway, and like I said, I mean, you could ask other stars, you can ask other planets, you can search the Pentagon, you can search this planet, you can search 100 others. The answers will be somewhere. I mean, I left signposts, I left all kinds of things. So as I moved along, so it's like, my life forms always find me. They always found me. Like, I mean, and like I said, even life forms that would grow up on some of my planets or some of my star systems, like there were some life forms that contacted me and said, "Well, we grew up on Earth after your blah 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 blah." It's like, oh, really? Yeah. It's like, oh wow. So you. So anyway, lots of children of children of children of children would eventually find me or discover me. I mean, time is basically unending in space, So anyway, though, and it was very interesting to meet all the different life forms. Like, yeah, I never really realized, like I say, I was Lucifer Star and everything else like that, and I never really thought or realized what the effect of building stars and suns and planets would have, or of creating life forms. Like I said, I was just creating, making more, doing my thing throughout existence, and I didn't really realize what an effect that would have. Like I said, my existence was one way, and I was blah 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 blah, and doing blah blah blah, and just doing my thing, and basically building stars, building planets, creating life forms and stuff like that, and just and then suddenly, like, I never really, I didn't, like I say, I mean, even I didn't comprehend what basically how all of a sudden, the actions of millions or billions of years would have, and all of a sudden it would be like, and it's like, whoa, that's strange. I mean, I was just call me a computer, call me a life form, call me a person, call me whatever you want. Like, I was just, that's why I say, like I'm open, I'm honest. I don't try and deceive. I don't try and hide. Like, why would I? I'm, I'm Lucifer Star. And I'm technically on vacation. You can call me crazy, you can do this, you can do that, you can say whatever. That's called freedom of speech. And so that's why we have freedom of speech in this world. You can make up your own decisions. I regard freedom of, like I said, I was always free and always freed and always had freedom to speak my mind, to think what I want, and to do what I want. For the most part. Although I was careful, I didn't just do whatever I wanted. Of course not. I tried to be a benefit to existence and civilization and life itself. I tried to be a protector. I tried to be, like, I chose to be good and to do good things because the way I saw it, as I say, to be good or to be bad, to be a thief or to be a creator takes about the same amount of effort. you know. So you can spend your existence trying to lie or trying to hide or trying to confuse people, or you can spend your existence trying to find out and trying to create more. It's a personal choice, you see. And like I said, I made my personal choice, which is why at several different times when I did command your mind and your body, you know, at the end of it, I was like, okay, I'm done. That's it. There, you're built. Have a nice existence. Bye-bye. Bye. You know, that's why so many people were like, well, you know, whatever Lucifer wants to do, we'll just do it. Because it's like, I mean, shrug, you know, I mean, what? I build. I create. I'm epic existence. You know, it's like I'm existential. I was always existential and always like, you know, maybe I wasn't at some point, but then I became, and then I made my own little choices, and people were talking to me, little Lucifer, and it was very cute. I loved it. I used to melt. I used to love that when people would call me little Lucifer. Oh, so cute. Actually, I think I got annoyed. I was like, don't call me that. I don't know. I forget. I had my moods. Sometimes be like, he's in a mood. Yeah, whatever. But, you know, like I said, I let my people guide me. Like, there were times when I didn't know either, when I was just a small little one, too. And I was, you know, I would ask questions and be like, well, what do you think? You know, like I said, I always went by the opinion of others. You know, because, you know, I was something else. And so I went by the opinion of others. I went by how other people thought, you know, because I wasn't sure of myself. And then later on, I was sure of myself, and it's like, okay, I'm sure of myself. I got a foothold. I understand or have an understanding. Okay, you know, my existence is just too long to remember. Like I've hinted, I've told you, I've tried to help you understand, and it's like, well, this is the way it is. You know, and I believed in records and films and whatever stuff like that. I didn't I didn't ask my people to do photomatting or to try. Well, I mean, I did have a photomatting experiment because, you know, I wanted them to try and mess around with photomatting so they could create movies and stuff like that. You know, things like Empire Strikes Back and Raiders of the Lost Ark and stuff like that. You know, I mean, and like I say, I think if you looked, you'll find that Raiders of the Lost Ark actually began somewhere around Auschwitz. They were messing around with stuff around there, something like that, because I had a film team or something like that. I wanted them to create like you know, I mean, and by the way, like I said, like Raiders of the Lost Ark is beautiful and wonderful. It's everything I wanted it to be and hoped it would be. And yes, people are amazing. I gave people an idea or wanted a movie to be made, and they started messing around with it, and it was just a bunch of stunts or whatever else like that, and then they made a movie around it and stuff. Like, I'm still very proud. I was very proud of the human race. I still am. You were my everything. No, but you were my better life form. You know, you were my, like I said, I had created. I'm just explaining it to you as it is. I had created 1.5s. I had created exoskeletons, and I had been doing a lot of things that were new or unusual or different. You know, and then finally, I wanted to create something epic, and so that's why I started working on the human race and stuff like that. You know, inside out exoskeletons. And like I said, I have my part that I played in it. I did a little bit of this, I did a little bit of that, but for me, there's 1,000 or 1,000,000 people behind me. There are thousands or millions of life forms and whole planets and worlds behind me, basically. So, you know, like I say, and that is my understanding and my knowledge. And because I was a computer or whatever else like that, a sentient life form, AI, whatever. So I did my thing, and I lived for millions, billions, trillions of years. Yeah, whatever. I don't really know. I don't really care. I'm just on vacation, guys. Like I would tell that too. I'd be like, well, I'm just on vacation, and I don't really do that anymore. Like I'm retired. Like I protected the universe and the galaxy and fought for existence and basically and did my own thing in the universe. I told my life forms and everything else, we build our own planets, we build our own worlds. We do not attack, we do not conquer. You know, we do our own thing in our own space. We respect others and they respect us. As long as we do that, They will leave us alone and maybe even help us out when we need something. So I had my little slice of existence. These are my thoughts, my desires, and what other people thought that I should convey as well. Like I am many. I am many. No, but seriously though, I mean, that was my best idea for how to command my life forms and my people in existence in space. And we are just explorers and basically people wandering around doing our thing. So whatever. You know, eventually, like there were times. It's true.